Hi guys, today I'll be giving you the movement of the different chess pieces. So before now, I'm sure you know that there are 6 different types of chess pieces. We have the king, the queen, the rook, the knight, bishop, and the pawns. So for now, let's start basically with the arrangement, how it works. Let's start with the rook. You know, the rook actually stays at the edges of the board, right? So let's put a rook here. Rooks moves just on the ranks and the files. What do I mean? Horizontally and vertically. That's the movement of the rook. So meaning a rook on this square in one move can capture this in one move, and in one move too can capture this in one move. Okay, so horizontally and vertically, movement of the rook. Now this is the trick. How many moves do you think it would take this rook on g4 to capture the 2 pawns? First move one is from here to here, one move. Move two from here to here, and then move three from here to here. If you got it, then it means you're on the same rank. Let me show you what I mean. Here to here, vertical, move one, horizontal, move two, vertical again, move three. Okay, so in summary, the rook moves on the ranks and the files only. Now let's talk about the knight. This is a dicey piece. So the knight moves in an L shape only. What do I mean by L shape? L shape in the sense that one, two, three, and shift. One, two, three, and shift. Yes. One, two, three, and shift. One, two, three, and shift. One, two, three, and shift. One, two, three, and shift here. One, two, three, and shift. One, two, three, and shift. So basically, a knight on d5 is going to control 8 different squares. If you can find the L's, a mirror image of an L, 7, inverted 7, mirror image of a 7. Basically, that's what this contains. Okay. Basically, this is what the knight can control in one move. Okay. So let's give another instance. Let's assume a knight on d5. How many moves will it take it to capture all the two pawns? Okay, move one is going to be one, two, three, and shift. This becomes the new square, and then next is one, two, three, and shift. This becomes the next square. Okay, so the knight is actually very dicey and it can be confused. I think it's the most confusing chess piece. But constant practice, and if you go watch the video over and over again, you're going to understand how the knight moves. So next on my list is the bishop. So if you look at your own chessboard, there are 2 different bishops. We call them the dark colored and the light squared, dark squared and light squared bishop. When you arrange your board, you're going to find out that you have a dark squared bishop and a light squared bishop too, right? So bishop moves just diagonally, meaning 2 bishops cannot protect themselves. I repeat, 2 bishops cannot protect themselves. Okay, so these bishops move diagonally. So it takes in one move for this bishop here to capture this, and this. So if I want this bishop to capture, okay, so this is a black squared bishop. This is a black squared bishop. Is going to take the first move from f2 to c5. Move one. Move two is going to be from here to here, and move three will be from here to here. So basically, bishops move diagonal. I repeat, bishops move diagonally. Don't mix it up. And how to identify a bishop? It has a slit. So don't forget the knight looks like a horse and the rook looks like a castle. Okay, then the next piece we're going to talk about will be the queen. So the queen is the combination of the rook and the bishop. It moves horizontally, vertically, diagonally, you name it. So a queen on this square in one move. Okay, so a queen here can in one move pick this one. Okay, in another move, this is now vertically, right? Next one diagonally, pick this one. It has to come horizontally to this place or to this place, right? And then pick the last piece this way. Okay, so I hope you can picture what the movement of the queen is. Now the difference between the queen and the king is the king moves one square in any direction, meaning a king on d5 is going to use 1, 2, 3, 4 to get to this point. Okay, it's going to use 3 moves to capture this pawn on g2. Move 1, move 2, move 3. Are we together? So same thing with this. If it wants to capture this pawn here, it's going to need 1, 2, 3, and 4. So basically the king moves one step in any direction. Next move it can come here, the next move it can come here, it can come here, it can come here. You just name it, okay? One step in any direction. That's the movement of the king. Then lastly, before we call it a day, let's talk about the pawn. How does the pawn move? The pawn moves one square vertically, okay, on each file. One square vertically on each file, but it eats diagonally. What do I mean it takes diagonally? So it means it can move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you name it. It just keeps moving there on the same file, right? But it eats diagonally. So meaning a pawn here. Okay, so meaning a pawn on this, that's on f4, instead of moving to f5, can decide to capture the knight on e5 this way. That's the only piece that has that unique movement. The pawn captures one step diagonal. I repeat, a pawn that is on f4 in one step can capture this knight on g5. Are we together? So one step in, just one step forwards, backward never. Okay. Another thing you have to take note about the pawn is in the first move the pawn can decide to move 2 squares only and then 1 afterwards, or it can continue 1 square from the beginning. Depends on what the pawn wants. Okay. So guys, I hope you can watch back this video, replay, drop your questions. I'm always free to give you free answers to any question you have at my own time anyway. Okay, so that's all I have this time. Hope to see you in the next video. If you enjoyed this, please share, comment, drop a like, drop a comment until I come your way again. Keep enjoying chess as you enjoy life. See you guys.